To help us do that, Karen Carlson. 5/3 grid.
Thank you all for being here. This grid is on your handout. It's a little bit smaller, but I'm going to basically go over this and talk about how that system, that business operating system, can help you to grow your business, to really be efficient in how your business is functioning, to use tools that will help you to connect with people, get your message out, and to really be efficient. You know, we've learned, you know, through the networking stuff about relationship, about connecting with people, about hearing people. And with the personalities, the same thing. Understanding the differences of people's personalities, how they receive information, how they, you know, share that information back with others. So now with the business operating system, I just wanted to share a little bit. I'm representing Mark Boersma, and Mark has been a very influential person in helping a lot of people with their businesses. He's helped people to develop white papers and mentored people to put together white papers, which help to share information, which then in turn helps them to grow their business. So it's, once again, it's giving, it's relationship, it's hearing people, and it's taking that information and putting it out to people that can help them grow their business. He's also partnering with 1.2 billion Catholics around the world and Methodists around the world to help people to grow their business in a relationship, you know, way of hearing and taking that in a cyclical way back with people. What I'd like to talk about is really, there's a workbook, it's called the Golden Triangle, and it really deals with the first 6 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to talk mainly about that. There's a ton more that's contained in that 530 grid, and we don't really have time to touch on all of that, so I'm really going to segment just in that first 6 boxes. So the 530 really means there's 5 areas: marketing, pre-sale, sale, servicing, and clients for life. And then there's the 6 you know, different levels. So that is how the 530 really is structured. So really, when you go to the first box, how many of you have a system in your business of your database? How many of you put anything together in any kind of a formal way? What system do you use? Ed?
I use an EDA because I'll never get it done.
Okay, an executive virtual assistant. Kevin?
Yeah, I have an EDA, and then just keep adding to it.
Okay. Christina?
Daylight, it's a program, it's like ACT, but it's for Macs.
Okay. And who else had their hand? Sure.
An Excel spreadsheet.
Okay.
Pretty basic and simple.
Okay, good.
I've got multiple databases and for multiple businesses, but I use Outlook and CRM Dynamics, and they both export to a database program like an Excel or CSV.
Okay, great. So as you can see, there's a lot of different tools you can use to gather that information. But the important part is that you do it, that you do gather, you know, whether it's the people that you're meeting at a networking event or people that you interact with in your business, the referrals that you get from your business, how you gather those and also segment them so that you can communicate with them using a platform, whether you're using a CRM system or whatever it is, to communicate with them that's, you know, targets really what they're doing and how you're connected to them. So that's first step. So if you've not done that, I would highly recommend that you use an Excel spreadsheet, that you use some type of a system to gather name, email, phone number, what their business is, and maybe any notes that you have from your connection with them that would help you. So then the next step is to develop and deliver a message. So what message is it that you want to communicate with that database of people to connect with them and to let them know you're there to help them, but it is reciprocal. So there's a give and a take in that system. So really developing that message is very important. Something that will get their attention, that will get them to open the email in the first place, and to get them to read it, and then hopefully to get them to click if there's anything that you want them to follow through on, and give you information back. And then being able to go through that system in another, as we cycle again through our contacts to, address those things that they may be sharing. The third box is to track your leads. So obviously when people respond to that, what are they responding? How are they responding? What are they giving you back? And how can you use that, again, to connect with them maybe at a deeper level and be able to serve them more? Number 4 is ask key questions. So once again, it's going back and maybe fine-tuning, as we talk about fine-tuning our systems, fine-tuning those questions. Maybe, we started out with a broad question in that when we first reached out to them. It's now coming back and fine-tuning that a little bit and asking maybe a little bit more detailed question that helps you to fine-tune and really hone in on what their need is, how you can connect with them on a different level. And then we go to a strategic strike. So this is, once again, taking that information and really making it very thought-filled way of going back to them. It isn't just random. It's coming up with a plan, an overall plan that will help you to reach out to them not once, not twice, not 3 times, but multiple times, because if you're familiar with the sales model, it takes between 6 and 10 contacts with somebody to close a sale. So don't expect to send out one email and boom, poof, magic happens. It doesn't work that way. So it's going back, like I said, through the system. And then when we come up to the 6th box, it's, group people and messages. So as those things come back, you will then segment them so that you can connect with them, on that level. So I have no idea what my time is on this and stuff. So so I just want to give you an example of, from my own business, my massage business, of walking through those 6 steps. So I use MailChimp, and so I gather, people that I've met from network, my clients and everything like that, have my database. And so I created a survey just recently, because I learned how to do that on Google, and I was very excited. So I created a survey, really, as I talked about in my, kind of my challenges, getting referrals from people that are clients that are happy as clients. So my survey was geared towards, do you make recommendations to people? How do people receive those recommendations? Would there be an incentive that would help you to recommend people or do a referral? So I went through a series of questions with them. So I sent this out, and I got a 40% open rate. 40% of the people I sent that to opened, which is traditionally a pretty good statistic. Yeah. Only 9% of them clicked on the survey. So, they read it, okay, 9% moved on. 7% of them actually filled out the survey and gave me some feedback. So now, I need to go back to the 31% that opened the email, but did not click or complete the survey. So, just to kind of give you an idea, really, of going through that process of reaching out, being able to track what comes back, being able to fine-tune that, and then be able to reach out again and hopefully gather more feedback and more information. So, so I hope that this has been helpful for you, and seeing a system that, like I said, has a tremendous amount of information and ways of working with your database of contacts and people and customers, and putting that into play and using that to grow your business and to be of service to others. So thank you very much.
Great job. Hope you're taking good notes. You have good. Can someone share like 1 or 2 of the notes they just took out of this section? What did you gain from that? Yes.
I love the survey idea. I love the whole process. I think is great, and systems are so important not only the system, but what you do with it. You know, we all have good intentions, I mean, the follow-through, you know, if you're a cube or a pyramid or whatever. I think, actually, I want to talk to you about that, because I have an idea I came thought of. But I like that a lot. I think that's a good, anybody could implement a survey just to collect and offer, and you could make offers to add value.
Good.
The one
Thank-
thing, let me just
Yeah,
add one thing.
please.
Using the Google survey, the coolest thing about that is, when people respond and fill out the survey, it goes right into a Google spreadsheet. You don't even have to enter it. It's the coolest thing. It's the coolest
So
thing.
it's not through MailChimp, it's through Google.
Yeah, I mean, I sent the link, but it's a
Right.
Google survey that I created.
Okay,
Yeah,
because there's
so-
another survey company I'm familiar with, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survey Monkey does the
So-
same thing.
Yeah.
Something I'll note
So
of the
happy to
Google
say
Docs and the Google surveys is when you make them on Google, they have a very specific look. I have gone in and figured out the code for it to make it look however you want it to look. So you can go in and put it straight on your website. It doesn't look like it's associated with Google at all. It goes straight into Google spreadsheet. They don't even know it goes into a Google spreadsheet. It just, that way if you don't want it to look, you know, I'm like using Google for everything. It goes in, I can make it look at whatever page you want to confirm that you filled out the information. Thank you so much, here's some information, here's some call, I can do all that.
Cool.
So, my name's Jonathan Boersma. I don't really talk much, I do most of the video. My number is 630-440-4218. I help people build their websites, make them better. I also use and figure out how to integrate Google with your website, so that way you can use technology to make it run better. So I thought I'd pipe up there a little bit, because that's one of my skills.
Good.
Cool, cool.
We're gonna pause that, and I want you to do that.
So don't hide back there.
You've
Yeah,
been
Mike.
exposed, you've been exposed
Mike,
now.
what was your takeaway from this last segment?
Yeah, I didn't actually raise my hand for that. I
Okay.
just wanted to throw something out here. Everyone's saying their phone number way too fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you repeat it twice?
I mean,
Sure.
first off, when you first say, well, my phone number is, it takes a while for a person to click that, hey, this is a person I want to be able to contact. Then they actually pick your pen up, and you're already halfway through the phone number. And as you get to those last 4 digits, you really accelerate it, and sometimes it's hard to even understand what people say. So just slow it down.
Thank you. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Big
Mike?
business cards.
I would like to just point out that, Sherry here, I'd like to point out to each and every one of you who are not familiar with me, I work for Mark. I'm probably one of the only in-office people in the office and for the past 20 years that I've been working for Mark. And I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome when I was 3 years old. I was part of the autistic spectrum myself. So I applaud Sherry here. Nice to meet you. I happen to be an autistic man myself, so I've been putting up with Mark here for the past 2 decades.
They're good
Maybe that's
people.
what caused it.
No, I'm sorry, that is not how it caused it.
I've learned
It
to love
happened
it
at
because,
birth.
yeah.
There was nothing I can do about that, but had it not been for that, I would not have gained so much skills in doing professional photography for a magazine called Glancer, which I work for, as well as doing my own freelance work as well. So I'm also a graphic designer, and I work alongside John here. And so that's basically what I wanted to tell each and every one of you about listening to me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that.